Alright. Hello. I'm streaming again and we have a new game today. It's called the Stanley Parable. And I heard myself for a second there. Alright, let me post it here. Let me post it here. Did I update the title? Yes, I did. Let me go to here. And yeah. Announcements. Woohoo. Okay, now I can start playing. Wait. Oh, I was gonna share it somewhere else too, but...
We're doing this stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hi Velv. You're home?
Yo. Oh yeah, I got home like an hour ago. I'm just trying to find dirt on Pyro.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
People spammed you? Hello,
No,
Colin. I'm sorry for the
This
spam.
is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
And Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say,
"Oh no,
hi.
I'm not Seether."
Never in all his years at the company
but,
had this
you know,
happened.
he helped
This
me out.
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Ooh,
meeting
there's
room.
a game
Perhaps
for
he had
free
simply
on
missed a
Humble
memo.
Bundle.
Oh, neato.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I cannot read what it says on the screen. Everything's closed. There's no one here.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Really?
didn't make a single difference. Nor Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
I only discovered about this game like recently, so all the good critics I've heard, I'm gonna like um
When
experience
Stanley
them
came
like
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
firsthand.
door on his left.
door of wait, his left. I got right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, I would have liked to be able to get a soda.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, you mean this one?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Should I get back on track? Or should I ignore him?
Well,
it's I'll follow the voice for now. I wanna know what it takes me.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Do not
Feeling a
after
wave
without-
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Termination Tuesdays? We are broke Wednesdays. Mergers, pranking floors. 432. What? Wait. Pledge for funding. Who moved my desk? Please give the targets. What? Charge slides. Charge the slides. Ah! Oh, I cannot open it anymore.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, I heard that it has multiple endings.
oh yeah, the Stanley Parable.
Yeah, I'm playing Stanley Parable. I managed to buy it yesterday. I was like, I'm so excited! And try not to scream or like be like all like fangirlish because I finally get the game after hearing about it like 2 or 3 years ago and being like, I'm unable to buy it at the moment. I got
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that
Alright.
the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
good luck with your 3D modeling, Colin.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, what? Fuck, I was talking and I ignored the voice.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons
Hello,
on the keypad,
Bumpy.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh my god.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What is this? Thank you, Kati. Ouch. Alright. There's one thing I have
Descending
to...
deeper into the building, Stanley
I'm sorry.
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What is going on?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. I'm too curious to see what happens if you follow the voice.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know why, but this scene reminds me too much of that Star Wars scene where it's like, no, look, I am your father.
Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Wow.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
But the place is empty.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy?
It was
with
made
his
with the same
boring
engine,
job?
that's
that
why.
His emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, I've been following the voice this whole time,
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Wait, it says offline there. Wait, what does that button do? Wait, do I have to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, wait, this is 4, verse 3. So how was your Thanksgiving, Bill?
Good. Going well.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was. Got to see the family, you know.
That's nice. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, but I do hope to have something like that on Christmas. Like a small family reunion. It's been quite some time. Okay, now that I got number 5, what does it do? Ah, bye! Good luck! Mind control idle.
And when at last he...
I directly press off. I didn't even let the voice say anything. What?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
And that was
no
a
longer
firework.
would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I don't know why I have it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
What?
And Stanley was happy.
Wait. The end is never the end. I don't know why I don't feel that that's the right thing. What? It started the game again. Fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause the...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is her?
Hey, chill.
Hello,
Yeah.
Juliet! What?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You
Hello,
actually
Juliet.
chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh.
Let me double check.
What are you looking at? Are you playing
playing.
a game?
Definitely here,
I'm
clear
playing
as
the
day.
Stanley
picks
Parable.
up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Look at-
Music comes
Let
in,
me look
fade
at
to
the
white,
stream.
roll credits. Not
Roll
picking up the
credits.
phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
Oh
None
my
of
God, I
these
love
decisions were
this.
supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second.
Meaningful choices.
Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Switch.
You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Hello, Culling. Welcome
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a
Star is
choice.
so big.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically
even
set
just a
fire to
flower?
every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with
Fish.
a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A back. What? Practice. What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Ways.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
48,000.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an
Field
exercise to
exercise.
test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh my God.
Welcome
Wait, what?
back. You may have noticed
More
that this
charts.
room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Now I can
You can what? Talk?
walk much better because I was waiting for the computer to turn on.
Woo!
Now that we know your choices
yes.
are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yeah.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just
they
need to get you
put- they
home
put
as
a
soon
fence
as possible
so I cannot
before the
jump.
narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, the Stanley
Unfortunately,
Parable?
it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with
Never.
reality.
Never heard of that game before. Ah, it's an ad.
Neither. Me neither. So it's awesome. Like I only heard about it, you know, and then like it's so cool.
The show. Oh my god.
I
Okay.
only heard about it recently. Wait. Where do I
For the
have to
commercial
go?
ban. Waiting for the ad.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Alright, alright.
Are you an office worker?
Mm-hmm. Well, if
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
But
I'm
I
quite
did
sure
that
you'll be up to the
already,
task.
and
Just
it's-
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley
messing with
came
your
to
mind,
a
that's
set
for
of
sure.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Never did.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
I'm
his
really
boss's
full.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What did you eat? Oh,
Coming to a staircase,
what?
Stanley walked upstairs to his
Ah,
boss's
ham.
office.
Pieces of turkey, corn, and then I don't know,
Uh-huh.
and cheesecake.
Oh, nice. There
Yeah.
used to be a staircase going downstairs. I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs this time, but they took it out this time.
Oh, you sure it's not like some kind of a illusion puzzle game?
What? This is not the
An illusion
office?
puzzle?
What? No, they're changing things.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's one of those type of games. Those ones are fucking
What?
really confusing.
The office was
That-
red.
Stepping
Why?
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again
Those
stunned
type of
to
games
discover
are really
not
confusing,
an indication of any
trust
human
me.
life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
Be asking
who
yourself a lot of
orchestrated
questions.
this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
voice receiver.
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Well, my character doesn't have voice actors. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
This room used to be green, and it didn't have the staircase here.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh my god.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
And you're
means
gonna
choosing
pit at
responsibly
me.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh my god, I broke the game again. Look at this. This is so cool. Like, every time you don't follow an order, the game breaks further. I want to know what happens.
Yeah, it's one of those type of confusing games. I like those.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed
What?
my work.
Why so you
Why?
broke
For
it?
what?
Because
What did you
I
get out of that?
disobeyed.
What
If
did
you
you think
obey,
was
you
so
just get
special
the
about seeing the
typical
game
ending.
undone,
Like,
left here like so much garbage? It's worthless.
You're gonna
now.
mess up.
And what am I
You're going
supposed
to make
do?
a black hole
Even if
after,
there were
after
a way
that
to
game.
continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Oh
My
my
entire
god.
game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
See you guys
Didn't I
later.
impress upon you how important it was to
What's
be
up, Bill?
like Stanley?
I'm gonna go.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands
care.
that if I say to
lady.
do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. When
What?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Here's our bit. Okay.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you
What's
to make a
going on?
choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening?
Again.
Thank you for playing the Stanley Parable.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The
Is
story
that
needs you. It
bad
needs you to
ending
make a
or the
decision. It cannot
good
exist
ending?
without you. Do you understand me? Whatever
I
choice you
don't
make is just
think
fine.
this
We're
is
both
the
correct. You
ending.
can't be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you
That's
do. I
probably
simply
one of
need
the
you to
tricks
take
again.
that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh, it can be a trick.
Do something.
I think it's a trick.
This is more
Floating
important than you
world.
can ever know. I need this.
Maybe.
The story needs it. So, you
Just
know,
like Mark Zuckerberg
oh,
saying,
yeah. You listen
well,
to this,
we don't
Stanley,
steal
oh,
and
yeah.
sell your data, we actually keep it private.
Okay.
Does
Okay,
it?
I can wait.
Does it?
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best.
Holy shit, you got 420 views in total?
I'll wait for you to
Dabs.
decide what's the right thing to do.
I'll take a screenshot
Take
of
as
that.
much time as you need.
You get daddy. And then. Thing. Or Shrinin. And it's never the end, it's never the end.
Oh, the game. Okay, the game started again. Alright.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office,
Messed
is
up.
it? Is there
Or-
Stanley's office?
To the pizza bagels.
Oh, he's confused. The narrator is confused.
Gender is confused. Oh boy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Some of the lights in the room are way on his left.
Be right back.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something
I don't know
deeper.
why, but I like the voice.
Something
the narrator's
darker.
voice. Something darker.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utter but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I was so curious about this thing going downwards from the beginning.
Ooh, oh, the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the
In an
office.
elevator?
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Hello.
from here, it's, left.
Where are the other doors open?
Oh,
there's-
no.
oh, yeah.
No, it's to the right.
Wait.
My mistake. No,
Wait,
no,
that's
not
a fucking
the right.
elevator. What
Why
the
would
hell?
I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, I got him confused again.
Now, let's see.
Here.
We went down,
Are you too
right,
late?
left,
Get
down,
wrecked.
left,
He's making
right.
fun of you, the narrator.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
There's still
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
That's
The whole
Mark
story completely
Zuckerberg's
unusable.
office.
How about, rather than waste my
Yes.
time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the
He
beginning.
monitors
And this time,
the whole world.
suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Aww. It's making me go all the way.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
got
go to the meeting room.
demoted
Perhaps
again.
he had simply missed a memo.
We're back in the beginning.
Wait, I
that's
turned off the
420?
computer. Aw.
F-R-E-E, that spells free to get the card. Alright, so
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the
it's not
story.
epic.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's see if we can find the... Cause... That is
Alright, I'm
good
just
stuff.
walking. Oh my god.
I mean, I can also walk.
It's going everywhere. What is this?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Aww.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hello.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Lonely? What do you mean, lonely idiot?
There's no doors
Go.
now.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
more
It's possible the
doors.
story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Let me see. This is new. Though it's locked. This is also new, but it's also... wait.
What is up, Epic Gamers?
There's new doors showing up.
Aha!
Greetings,
I knew
gamer.
we'd missed something.
And
The
your face
story
reveal there.
That is related to gaming.
No, wait,
VC.
never mind.
What?
Not the story. Okay, let's
There
head
is
back
an
the
image
other
related.
way and retrace our steps.
And your face reveal. I did a kind of face reveal.
Somebody
What?
pissing out a flamethrower.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
I don't recognize
I
it
can't quite
either.
recall, but I believe my story took place in an office
It's
building.
over there.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Good
We both
armor.
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, he's restarting
Are
again.
images like these allowed?
What?
PM that?
No. It's in VC. Are these allowed?
Wait, let me check. VC.
It's in VC.
Let me go all the way down. Yeah? What's wrong with it? Wait,
All right, I've got a solution.
Tablet.
This
The
time, to
Stanley
make sure we don't
Parable
get lost,
Adventure
I've
Night
employed the
thing.
help of the
oh my god, give me a sec.
What about these images?
Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's just Chinese food, like just a dog.
Should I follow the line?
That's what she said.
You see? The
That's what he
line
said.
knows where the
Follow
story
the
is.
line.
It's over in this direction.
No,
Onward,
it's a
Stanley,
trap.
to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
there's a line.
Where
It's a
could
It's
we
very-
end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way,
You're gonna get
is
blown
the
up.
story of no destination
You're gonna get killed,
still
you
a
know that,
story?
right?
Simply by the act of
You're gonna
moving
get
forward,
shot by Ben
are we
Shapiro.
implying a journey such that a destination
I'll
is
leave you to a
inevitably
liberal
conjured
hideout.
into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought
what?
for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence
wait,
is in fact
it's very
a
confusing.
byproduct of one's
just
subjective
happened?
experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own
Dots.
relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back
was-
there.
Yeah.
I apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What? Alright.
Oh my god, you messed up. You see, I told you not to follow the line.
I cannot avoid it.
Oh, that's your fault. You're gonna break it. Look at that. You see what you've done? I call it Tim Cook.
music. Go back and look at that fern.
A what?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Wait.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want
This
to miss
game
anything.
confuses me.
I'm not gonna remember this for no matter how much effort I put into it.
Trying to put effort.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
We're back at
Because
the
I'm-
office!
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
That you cannot escape from work.
Wait, can I go through here?
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Let me just follow the line for now then. It takes me here. Oh wait, the fuck?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... No, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
It restarted yet again.
Keeps on connecting.
Okay. Did
You
he
came back and
Stanley,
He
I
still
say
came back
forget
on
the
Mark
adventure
Zuckerberg's
line. What's
hideout.
it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Wait, just made a door appear. I mean open.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This is not
I'm with you
epic.
for it.
Oh, no, not you again.
The
Stanley,
line is
I'd
back.
also like to veto the line from having any role in our
Oh
awesome
my
new
God.
story. No lines or monitor rooms.
Breaking
Just
everything.
don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It broke through the ceiling. Oh my god.
Ah,
Is this
a
madness?
choice. We get to make a decision. From
No.
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
Alright.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right
is
is
not-
the correct one.
Why
Another
not?
victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
That made no sense. Confusing ending?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
After a long time.
So now, according to the schedule, I
Stanley.
restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Lighting.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in
Okay,
some
I'll
way
just
that this
sit
is a
here.
kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or
You're
the
already-
journey.
you are
Though they're
already
always
sitting.
saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Yeah,
So
but I'll
I hope
sit
that's where
inside
we
the
are
game.
right now.
So I'll be
We'll
sitting
find out,
while I'm
won't we?
sitting.
Eventually.
Damn with
Well,
that.
in the
Not
meantime,
like real life.
What the fuck?
You thought you were sitting, huh? I told you to sit.
Where's my treat now, huh?
A treat?
Yes. For sitting.
Only got 3.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Anyways,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
gonna
he had
make
simply missed a
another
memo.
one. Gonna make 3 versions. One edited, one raw. Like meat. Raw meat. Talking about
When
that.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Talking
on
about
his
that.
left.
Just bought. Well, I didn't buy, but I found a piece of meat that I can't record on.
Yet there was not
Gossip.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
And the
his
computer.
boss's office.
But I think that's gonna really, it's gonna be really loud. So,
Ooh, finally got to go downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of
it's my
facing
mom's
his boss,
basement.
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
I got a card.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that
A
risk?
style.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously
in
out of
circles.
existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Wait, the door.
And for
the
that matter,
walls change
these rooms were
colors,
starting
or
to
is
look
it
pretty
just-
familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to
Wake
go
up
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
God.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me,
Dreaming
thinking
about a
about how it's
voice.
describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
now I'm gonna open
Was
Adobe
Stanley
Audition.
simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And I'm back in the game.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Why
tell
is
me I am
everything
real.
turning
I must be
red?
real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
The fuck? Oh my god.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
What?
dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Alright. What about me though? Oh, don't tell me I'm getting a restart.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Okay, I heard that audio before.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What happens
Stanley
if I
was so
jump
bad
up?
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I wanna know what happens if I jump up.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Jump up.
I'm not sure. I really am.
Jump
not.
off the edge.
I
here.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
You fall.
All this.
This is
Really?
joking.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of
door's
this,
open.
but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that
But
it's
this is
killing us,
square.
Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What is this? Where is he taking me?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no.
Boring.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I don't want to.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Take what from what? Do I really have to jump? I don't want to jump. I don't want to kill Stanley. Like, one thing I don't really want to do in-game is what the
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Okay, I find. What happens if I jump off this edge? Oh, I cannot jump off this edge. Okay, this is boring already. I don't want to stay here. It's too black and dark and...
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
What?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay, do I really have to jump? I think I have to. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
No! Oh, no. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
So I have to jump until I die?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, making him sad. I don't want to make him sad. I feel like if I jump one more time, like, Stanley is gonna die.
maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Well, it's boring here. For how long should I stay here for it to end
I
in
wanted
this?
us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Hey.
Hey.
I. It's 4 in total.
What? What's for?
Just wait.
What?
What?
For what? You said there's 4 in total, and I'm asking you for what? For what?
Me. 4. Give DM, you'll understand.
Alright,
A
alright.
binary codes. Binary code that makes something with computers. Oh, you finished the game?
Don't think so.
It looks like the Apple ad.
Yeah, does it
It's
look
like the
like that?
paint. I like the Apple ad. Let me show. The colors, they're pretty familiar. See if I can find it in images.
Is it over? It's going to restart,
No.
isn't it? I'm going back.
Aww,
Can't find it.
it's so sad.
Oh, I just wanted to find it, but you should have it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, it literally restarted. Did it? Wait. No, there's something
When
wrong.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
Something's
his
wrong with the
left.
game.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
The
Stanley
creator
knew it
has something
perfectly
wrong.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stop.
Okay, I jumped off
Stanley
the
was
edge
so
and
bad
fell
at
on the
following
bridge,
directions, it's
but
incredible he wasn't 5 years
what happens
ago.
if I fall here?
Oh. You died. Use Amazon. The Amazon headquarters.
But in his eagerness to
see
prove
a lot
that
of
he is in
packages and
control of the
boxes.
story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Guessed it. You die.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, there's a noise here. There's a noise going on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
There's something wrong. I don't know why. I feel, I sense there's something wrong.
Everything's wrong.
Yet there was not
Everything's
a single person
wrong.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
There's even a
hoping he
table.
might
There
find an answer
wasn't
there. Coming
any
to a
table
staircase,
in there.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
If
What
that
could
room
it
was
mean?
green.
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
the-
Stanley couldn't
what the
possibly
heck?
have known this.
What is this?
Yet
Okay.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
that's
Stanley
normal.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh my god.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Mind
door
control.
that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That's the best.
The
She could
what?
say.
The door behind him was not shut.
In general,
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Happy Thanksgiving.
At
You
this
know, what
point,
makes me
Stanley
depressed
was making
though.
a
LOL.
conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
Replies
willingly
with
confront
feels
his
bad,
death.
fam.
Death?
Feels bad, fam.
No.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait, what? The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added in order throughout development through the core layout remain the core layout and then to go to the first iteration. The pacing of this opening was important to get right. The score has to move and out to make sure the player reaches two doors in a good time. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley's imparable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension to it, an exploration to the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. This is pretty cool.
Well, hey, good Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Now I feel fat.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It's the kind of thing you'll pick up on intuitively.
Feels good.
But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy. Stanley walked through the green door. Stanley pushed the number 6.
Oh, if you stand on the chair, like near the chairs, there's audio clips that they didn't use. This is pretty cool. So this is basically just a walkthrough around the development of the game. Freedom ending. In the game's alpha. This is just a light. Modern room elevator. Countdown room. Yeah, but I want to walk around a little bit more. I want to explore. This is about William that was. Same basic layout mock-up still in the game. Ooh, this is amazing.
It's just a game theory.
discussing right the evolution of Stanley's office over time. This was created in November 2011, 2012, and 2013. I think it's cool. How about this
It has
side?
just a few items.
These are the screenshots of Stanley Parable HD Remix. Oh yeah, there's an HD Remix. When they got greenlit, they made it bigger. Like, there's a lot more endings. Is to win. Is to lose. More ending, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. Am I going crazy? Maybe this isn't the same image. Was that the clock there before? I don't remember. How did I go back? Can you check for me? Larger text. Words, words, words. Maintenance room. Early version of the maintenance room. The office? Alright, I've been here. Warzone. In early development, we designed the ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. It's actually quite interesting. What is this room? Apartment timer. Alright. Cargo lift. It's so cool to walk around and see the development of the maintenance layout. Single player will replay them so many times. It discusses the number of designs, but ultimately was the simplest version that won out. Ooh. Meeting room. Zending. Where's a cat and merge with another part of the game? Okay. Zending
Indeed.
model. Oh, alright. Oh, we've been here. What's in that room?
Wiping it. Space.
Trailers. We're on 4 minute teaser trailers. Alright. This is the first one released. Okay, I don't want to watch the trailer. What does this red thing say?
Okay, who joined?
The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Okay, escape menu. Who is frustrating? We're alright.
November 22.
Narrator's email. Will playing the Stanley Parable help me make friends? I don't have any friends, so Terry. How do you tie with boxing gloves on? There's a skeleton, for instance. What is Stanley's last name? Alright. Where was the exit? remember finding an exit. I think it was around here. Here, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
That's all.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
Dead. Is it gonna be dark forever? The ad is gone. Why is the audio completely gone?
Hey, it's Nico.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello?
God, I'm dying.
He's a smoker. Just joking.
I don't know why, but I keep falling asleep rolling.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would
Last
be.
time I woke
Stanley
up,
just
my-
needed to get to the meeting room, and
my
from then
sleeve
on,
was
he would never be
completely
alone ever again.
Squeeze is completely soaked.
My sleeve was completely soaked and cool.
This is soaked. What happened?
I fell asleep and I was drooling.
When Stanley came to a set
So,
of two open
I woke up.
doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be
Oh
fired
wait, I
for
got
that.
this ending already.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were
No,
starting to
that's
look
not
pretty
true.
familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion
No way
that it
that
had
can
been
be
on the
true.
tip of his tongue.
What happened?
I don't know.
I can't wait to tell this story to my coworkers.
No false
Stanley
claims
thought.
saying
How
that
amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just
retards
laugh
and
and laugh at the
tobacco,
time I thought everyone
but
had gone
there's a
missing.
picture of two lungs connected. And the other lung has a lot of tar,
When
and
Stanley
the other
came to
one
a set of
has
two
really,
open,
really
this
little
was not the correct
tar.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
There's-
well.
There's no
Perhaps
way
he
you can
wanted to stop
control
by
the amount of
employee
air it
lounge
goes in
first,
each lung.
just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Repeat that,
Stanley,
Nico.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy,
I
really,
said
I'm
something.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies
Oh yeah,
at the end
Nico,
of
by
this
the way,
road?
we're
You've
on
chosen
KhramChee's
well. Don't let
stream.
me stop
Yes.
you see?
Confused.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help
what the
elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have
The
made this
F
game
word.
better? What did you want?
I'm so tired.
Vehicles?
Oh,
Skill
hello.
trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely
Hey.
nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark. at
I
you
just
decide
had
and
me
give you some
birthday.
feedback. There we go.
Oh.
A third option.
Got these new
already
headphones.
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
birthday.
Stanley. Take it. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now,
Just
tell
ate
me
a
about
lot.
your experience with
A
this
lot
new
of
version.
Thanksgiving stuff.
Would you say that the game
Yeah.
benefited from allowing you more
Thanksgiving
choices?
birthday.
Feel free to
Am I
be
right?
honest. I'm looking for some
Yeah.
real critical feedback here.
Lots of
one?
foods.
I mean, I can
Lots
understand
of
if you had
foods-
reservations. You
foods
saw
with
ways the
cake
game could be improved
and
to more
ice cream
fully express itself
and presents
mechanically
at
and
the end.
artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't
cream?
my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your
Bitch
previous
woo.
playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Old people are
Perfectly
old
candid.
people are
I
amazing
think I've knocked
and
it out of the park
wise.
with this one.
Bitch
Let's
woo.
take a look.
All people are defenseless. That's why they are nice.
Yes, defenseless in case this punch comes to their face.
What?
They can't fight.
When we're young, they will be like.
Now,
Yeah,
would
you
you
sound like this.
competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
This-
Again,
that, thank
honest
you.
answers, please.
Dear God.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new
Wait.
game I've been working on, and now would be a
Trying to
lovely
say
opportunity
that.
to give it some playtesting.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't mind taking a
Stronger.
look at it?
5806 Empire today. My hand hurts. After punching my hand, it
In
hurts.
this
The
game,
fuck?
the baby crawls left.
I regret
towards danger.
ever doing that.
You click the button to move him back
Ow.
to the right. And if
No,
he
I'm
reaches
for real.
fire,
The pain
you
is
fail.
really, it really
It's a very
hurts.
meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting
What?
It really,
the
really
demands of
hurts.
family life.
Oh,
I
it
think
hurts.
the art world will really take
Yeah.
notice. But of course,
Especially
the
when,
message of
especially
I
when you
sound
slap
like-
your hands in the cold.
Once you've been playing it for
It
about
hurts
4
Why do I
hours.
sound
So
like
why
a
don't you
person?
give it 4
Why does
hours
my
of
voice
play
sound
to
like a
make sure it's
person on the
effective?
phone
Be
that's
sure to keep
disconnecting?
notes on your experience.
Hey, it's your boy. I hope you want to listen to some music, cause that's what we're gonna do on FM 1089 radio.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
Hashtag
I'm out of ideas.
Josephi
I can't think of a
Krakowski
single
radio.
thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out.
My hand
I'm out.
hurts.
I'm done. It's over.
Just not as much.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely
It hurts even
valuable.
more if you slap it. Your
Hey,
hands
since
are
my
really
game was
cold.
so awful, why don't we play someone else's game just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we
Oh
have
my
here?
good news. I gotta take out more garbage now.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a
Oh,
shot.
I have to clean out because
I'll be back.
All right.
I don't really want to go.
What, Minecraft?
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
What
At
Minecraft?
last,
What
the
about
one thing you've
Minecraft?
always desired, a game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it
What?
ever be enough? Well,
Let's
I'll
make
Oh,
say
yeah.
this.
like
I'm done
Minecraft
making
on,
things for
on the
you.
stream.
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater
Who's
artistic
who?
purpose.
What?
Watch this, Stanley.
I'm so
going to
confused.
build a house.
I'm streaming.
Oh, you're streaming Minecraft?
What's making me do
This
that?
will go here. No.
Why?
Here. And then.
Because I'm playing the Stanley Parable.
Let's see what.
I
does
have
it
no
mean?
idea what the fuck that
Yes,
means.
Of course,
It's
and
a
just to
game.
finish it all off, yes,
It's a confusing
I'm
game.
so confused.
I made this,
Multiple
Stanley.
choice.
Look
Just
at it.
go to
Gaze
announcements.
upon
Oh.
my work of
The
art
link
and
to
feel
it is
ashamed
there.
at your own inadequacy.
By the way, happy Thanksgiving.
But you've only seen it from the outside.
Thank you.
You've only gotten half the experience. Please.
Where's
step
announcements?
inside and make yourself comfortable.
Oh, whoa.
My voice sounds so sad with my earbuds on.
Isn't
Yeah,
it
it does.
grand?
Not
Isn't
gonna
it
lie.
Perfect. It could only be better if.
And no, I
Wait,
can't hear
that's
myself.
it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Wait, what
It
the
sounds
Diamond
like I just
everything.
cried for like
Yes,
10
yes. Come
hours
along,
straight.
Stanley. We have to go mining.
What?
Right, so KhramChee is playing
To the
Minecraft,
noisy
so-
room I go.
Well, the thing is gonna give me play it. I'm actually playing the Stanley Parable. It's making me
Oh
play
my.
Minecraft.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark.
Let's
You brought a
take it
light?
out.
Pick some blocks.
Ah,
Hey,
my
Minecraft.
voice sounds so sad.
Oh, come
I
on.
said my
Down.
voice sounds so sad and I don't know why. Ow, my chest.
Oh, no, no, no,
My
no,
bodily
this is far more
functions are
open-ended
working.
than I had in mind. I'm looking
Me
for
not
something more
working.
narrow and linear.
Look.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This
B.
won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the
I have
time
no
has to
idea
be
what
so
they were
dismal.
watching, but they were watching
Okay, new
something.
game.
I'm finna go take out the trash now.
Alright.
I should.
Bye.
Either.
Wait, Portal? Portal?
Oh,
Yes!
wait, hold up.
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass
You
box
what,
with no
mate?
way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspiring.
So,
I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even
Playing a
supposed
game,
to be?
the game
I
is
can't
making
figure it out.
KhramChee
Ooh,
play
okay,
another
now
game.
I'm curious.
2
Let's
games
go
though.
find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
You even recognize
Your
that
forte.
level, KhramChee, since you played.
Actually, yeah,
Genius.
but this is from like early development Portal.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any
Oh my
more
god,
of
it's so
these
good to
games.
get sued.
And
or
I highly
anything like
doubt you're
that.
any wiser for the
Ah.
experience. Which is why
I wonder if I
Late.
try hard enough.
Work in progress. Failing cabinets.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Oh, did I just fall? I didn't notice. I fell off the edge.
KhramChee, do you have eyes?
I do, but I was like, my screen was too dark. I thought the floor was. There was still floor.
Oh well.
I don't see well here either, so.
Are you gonna fall in there? KhramChee, you're gonna fall. Go back. You're gonna fall, you're gonna die again.
What is
KhramChee,
this
that
place?
building's no normal building. That's 9/11 building. Get out. It's gonna fall.
This building's on fire.
It's actually it's actually
That joke was so dark, I'm sorry. That
you
was
made it dark was singing that.
Well, you said it was 9/11, and I was like, this building's on fire.
That's what I realized. I was like, KhramChee, no.
What am I supposed to do now?
Say random stuff and I'm bored.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up in the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Good morning, gamer.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Gamers, let's get these V-Bucks with our...
Yes, V-Bucks with our mom's credit card.
Oh, it restarted.
More restarts.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time, but there's never anyone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was
He's
not the
having a
correct
lot
way
of
to meet
trips
him, and
because the
Stanley knew it
employee
perfectly
ate a lot
well.
of mushrooms.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
For some reason, I'm out looking for...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Looking for?
Stanley was so bad
You're looking for
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
For...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Right.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm
Right,
not. I realize that investing in your trust
Story
in someone
subscribes
else
to
can be
PewDiePie.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has
But
been
Caesar
about
is
nothing
it's
but...
great them clothes.
Really? I was in
It's
the
like
middle of
100,000
something. Do you have zero
subscribers
consideration
behind.
for others? Are you that convinced that I
We're
want
getting
something
close,
bad to
man.
happen to you? Why, I don't know
This
how to
is actually
convince you of
very
this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley, oh thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Bitch,
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Alright, so
What's
about 160,000 subscribers behind
What are we looking
PewDiePie.
for?
Ugh.
8,000
What
close.
T-series?
Here.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That
isn't it?
Mark, that
If we just stay
PewDiePie
right
finally
here,
got
right in this moment
30
with this place,
million
Stanley,
subscribers
I
before
think I
T-series.
feel happy. I actually
But they
feel
grew instantly.
happy.
Like T-series just had a lot of fucking spikes.
Yeah.
Report T-Series for subbotting.
I'm so proud of PewDiePie. Until T-Series gets 131,000 million subscribers.
I always wonder if, like, something would happen here.
Nah.
Something will definitely happen.
Seems normal.
It's just a sky.
My brother's watching cartoons in the background.
Oh,
I heard him.
Be quiet, brother. I'm not putting you into anything. I didn't say, I said my little brother, not Chris.
You said it.
Watch Teen Titans Go.
Oh my god, no, he's watching Teen Titans Go. He's watching Teen Titans Go.
So you said you're streaming again?
I've always been streaming. Like, I always stream on Sundays and Thursdays.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. It's a Minecraft meme.
No, wait. Where are you going?
VC text. It's in VC text.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
The chain armor.
Please, no, Stanley,
Yep.
let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
my friend.
Oh, look. They're executing a furry.
Ooh.
Damn.
They're executing a furry.
No, I already did this ending, so.
It's really old, that
know
picture.
Now, where's your stream again?
If you go to announcements
All
in
of
the
his co-workers were
Discord
gone.
channel,
What could it mean?
get
Stanley
the link.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know, in Portland, they gave them the right to literally
When
crap.
Stanley came to a
Twitch.
set of 2 open doors.
I don't
he
watch
opened the
Twitch,
door
but
on his
okay.
left.
They gave furries the right to poop.
Is this you?
Me?
They gave furries the
Where?
right to poop.
Yet there was not a
What game
single
are you
person
playing?
here either.
Stanley Parable.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go.
I
out
only
on
see,
the
like,
boss's office.
someone running
Hoping
through a
he
bunch
might
of
come into
doors.
a staircase,
Yeah, that's the
Stanley
whole
walked
thing.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, the point of the game is you decide if you want to follow the orders or not.
Oh,
So yeah.
cool.
Okay, so this is
The
new.
chat room's empty.
I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse.
Boop. What's the bathroom?
Well, this wasn't here before.
It looks like a bathroom.
Yeah, but the
Or
door
the-
wasn't.
I'm actually gonna download Twitch.
This is new. Where is this elevator taking me now? I got plenty of the endings, so that's cool.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm like so many seconds behind.
What's the delay? Yeah. In every stream, there's a delay.
You still in the elevator?
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to make sure.
Oh wait.
Where are you going to? Hell?
Wait. It didn't move.
How big is this building?
Really big. You're gonna see.
No, it just shakes in place. Oh
It just
my
takes
god.
you to one random place.
No, it just stays in place and does the shaking motion to give the sensation of it moving.
No, and that's just a jerk elevator.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze.
What
in
happens
his
if you press the
tracks.
down button?
Not a living soul anywhere.
I have
Could
no
he
idea.
really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees. First,
I'm actually
Stanley
gonna
was in
watch it
such
on
a rush
Twitch.
to get through the story as quickly as possible. He didn't even have a single minute to just let
No,
the
I
narrator
must
talk.
make
That
password.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Whoa, fam.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Puncha,
Stanley
no.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, I thought I was gonna fall.
How dare you know my birthday?
Your birthday? It's on the day
No, I'm
you were
talking
born.
about Twitch. I'm talking about Twitch.
They
It literally
put
just
it
guessed
up
my
with-
birthday. That was weird.
Partnered up with Facebook, so Mark Zuckerberg is obviously selling them your information. If you have a Facebook account, that's how Twitch knows your birthday. Whoa.
222.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Six
to the large
minutes.
door that read
Mark
Mind
Mind
Zuckerberg
control
Facility.
facility.
Mine over.
Mind Controlio.
Over.
I can chill yet? Not anymore. Chill yet, chill yet.
I got so many freaking emails.
I got about 892 emails.
Oh my good newt.
The lights
Oh well, I
were
gotta
on
install
an
my
enormous room
mail.
with television
Why?
screens.
Because
What
my
horrible
space is
secret
running
did
low.
This place hold, Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Twitch. What is the code you give me? What be code, Twitch?
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
You
nature
forget your
revealed.
password?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
Twitch, I
many
swear in my
individuals
life,
reduced to
I'll
images
game
on
in you.
screen, and Stanley, one of them,
Oh,
eternally
fuck you.
monitored in
Double
this
pump
place where
shotgun
freedom
Twitch.
meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Oh my
His
god.
emotions had
What
been
is this room I
manipulated to
see
accept
before
him
my
blindly?
eyes?
No.
I'm actually gonna
He
play a game of
refused to believe
PUBG.
it. He couldn't accept it.
Or me?
His own life in someone else's control.
I want to play a game of PUBG. I'm gonna
Never.
stream my own
It
stream.
was unthinkable.
Yeah, you
Wasn't
can do
it?
that.
Was it even possible?
How do you
Had he
stream a
truly
stream? Because I don't
spent
know
his
how to do
entire
this.
life
Oh, you
utterly
have to get
blind to the
yourself
world?
streaming software. I use OBS.
OBS? What's OBS?
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Let me
Yes.
read out
Happy
the
or sad.
name, like the full name.
Do I have OBS?
I'm not even sure what OBS is.
Well, I have. It's called
OBS.
OBS Studio, so.
Have it?
Oh look, some.
Add, or content. Walking, eating,
Oh.
working. All
Oh,
of
look,
it
Vault
monitored and
76.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality
cool.
of his past began to sink in,
You got
Stanley
Fortnite,
decided that this machinery
Ninja,
would never again exert
other
its
stuff I don't
terrible
really
power
give a crap
over
about.
another human life.
My
For
voice
he
sounds sad
would
again.
dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't know how to
you're
make the
full.
sadness of my voice stop.
Oh.
Okay, I chose off the last time. Let me choose on.
Hold on, let me just.
Stanley, you didn't just activate
do
the controls,
stuff.
did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
My good newt.
Oh, Stanley,
My godness.
I applaud your effort.
My
I
guy.
really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much
I'm
that
actually
you can
gonna
do.
delete
You were supposed to let it go.
Skype because
Turn
I
the
don't like
controls
Skype
off
anymore. Skype is
and
weird.
If
and
you
boring.
throw my story off track,
Skype is
you'll
dead.
get
I don't know
much
why I
better
have
than
this
that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power
Fortnite
you think you do, for example, and I
freaking
believe you'll find this pertinent.
wallpaper.
Stanley suddenly
I'm not gonna tell you what it
realized
looks
he
like,
had
but
just
it's weird.
initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine
What?
is activated without proper DNA identification,
I ain't say anything.
Nuclear detonators are set to
It's a
explode,
weird
What?
Fortnite.
eliminating the entire
detonators?
complex. How long
Nuclear-
is the
what?
detonation then?
Nuclear detonators.
Say,
That's in my game.
Press
this
it.
is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your
Press it.
time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape
I'm
it to
suggesting
your
that you press it
desires.
'cause
Oh, this
a
is
red
much
button
better than
means
what I
a-
had in
it-
mind.
red button
What
is a
shame
good
we have
button.
so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments
Chris, be
until
quiet.
the bomb goes off. But what
Red
precious
doesn't mean
minutes
death. Don't
all
listen
the
to my
minutes.
little brother.
More time
He's
to talk
delusional.
about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Hey, little brother.
A moment of
You're
solace before
delusional.
you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office.
I'm gonna go and
pushing
download
buttons
Omelet
endlessly
Arcade.
and then dying alone.
Omelette.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Is it
swallowing
called that?
everyone
Omelette?
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Yeah, it's called Omelet
I have to
Arcade.
say this though, this version of events has been
omelets.
rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control
many times
wrested
do I have
away
to
from
say
you.
to
It's
close
quite
this door?
rich. And
I
so
didn't
to
open
see
it.
Why
go.
be on me?
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Instant target.
My goodness.
I gotta tell
only
you.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, why are you being aggressive to the dog now?
Time doesn't grow on
Only has vitamin C pack which you can swallow.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Oh.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that time
You're welcome.
that something in
Here.
this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to
Nelson.
screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Shut up.
These numbered buttons. No,
Okay.
these colored ones.
No,
Or maybe
you.
this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
What should
One
my
soul?
thing be?
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
I'm just gonna make this my profile picture this because why the heck not?
Disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Heck yeah.
It's not a challenge.
My ear hurts now. Puncha, leave
wanted to
the
control
dang
this
thing
world,
alone.
That's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Go.
So you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Oh my god.
Omelet's Arcade is weird. Now everybody is in the room. It could never be by myself. I'm not gonna even tell you what I just saw.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Bada bing,
just
bada
to
boom.
admire it. It was
Start
okay.
stream.
Alright,
Mic on.
I'll stop here
Start stream.
for now. I think I got majority of the endings, so
I'm actually gonna start streaming.
nice. We could switch. So
Yeah.
thank you for sticking through my Stanley Parable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in a different room now.
Gameplay, so
I gotta find the room to stay in because, oh my god, the whole house is full of people. People. Why does people have to be people?
I agree.
What do I have to go outside? I'm gonna go outside.
Okay.
Outside and play games.
Alright.
Trace your book bag.